Hello friends, today we are going to learn Unit 5, Name, Structure and Pointer. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about structure concept. In this presentation, we will cover following points related to structure. First, defining a structure, declaring structure variable, accessing structure members, structure initialization, comparing and copying structure variables, operations on individual members, array of structures and functions. Okay, let's start with structure definition. What is meant by structure? Structure is a user-defined data type which allows to store different types of data values in a structure variable. Now, what are the advantages of structure? Array allow to store multiple values of same type in a variable, but structure allows to store different types of values in a variable. Record-like data can be stored using a structure. What is the need of a structure? If you consider the definition of structure with our day-to-day application, the definition of structure is much suitable as per application point of view. If you consider any entity, that any entity is nothing but collection of a heterogeneous data. For example, record of student. If you consider student as an entity, student has different property. For example, roll number, name, age, gender, branch, class. Now, each of these property comes under different data type. So, instead of using array, we can use structure very easily to handle such a heterogeneous information. Now, how to define structure in C programming? Structure is defined using keyword struct followed by structure name and then structure body. And this is the syntax of structure. Struct is the keyword, then structure name, then opening curly bracket, then declaration of structure members, then closing curly bracket, and at last semicolon. Here is the example of structure. In this example, we are going to create a structure of a student. Now, student, if you consider student has different properties like a roll number, name, age. So here we are defining roll number as an integer data type because all roll numbers are in integer form. Then name with character data type, age with integer data type. And this information is stored in computer memory continuously. Means first roll number is integer. Integer occupies 4 bytes of memory. Then name with size 10 as a character array. So next 8 bytes are reserved for a name, and last again age, which is integer. So again it's occupies 4 bytes of memory. So total memory consumed by this entity student is 4 plus 10 plus 4, which is 18 bytes. Now here few of more examples related to structures. Employee as a structure variable. Employee is a name of structure, then opening curly bracket, and properties of employees. For example, ID of employee, name of employee, department, mobile, salary. Date of birth, you can consider structure for date of birth also, because the date of birth is nothing but combination of date, month and year. In this way you can declare structure for any entity. Now how to define nested structure? For that, let's consider we have two structure. First structure name is address, another structure name is date of birth. Under address structure we have different members. For example, flat number with data type integer as a member of address. Similarly, area data type character is a member of address. City character data type member of address. Pin code integer data type, again it's a member of address. Similarly, we have second structure date of birth and its member dd, mm, yy. Now we have third structure employee. Now inside employee, again there are different members of employee. For example, ID is a member of employee, name is a member of employee, salary is a member of employee. Now what we have to do, we have to integrate address and date of birth structure into employee structure. So here we have integrate address and date of birth structure with name ADDR and DATE structure. Now till now we see how to declare a structure. Actually, declaring structure never occupy any actual or physical computer memory. Before using structure, we need to create a structure variable. So here we will see how to declare structure variable. For that, let's consider structure student, which has three members, roll number, name and age. Now this is structure declaration. This part of structure declaration never occupy any physical memory. It's just a carbon copy of user defined data type structure. Now look at the main function. Inside main function we are going to create a structure variable s1 s2 having type struct student. Now struct student is a data type. Struct student is a data type. S1 and S2, these two are the actual variables with a structure data type, and S1 and S2 physically occupy memory of your computer. Let's see how to initialize structure variable. Again consider struct student, which has three members, roll number, name, age. Now we are going to initialize the content of struct student. Before initializing the content, we need structure variable. So inside main I have created two variables, structure variable s1 s2. Now similar to array initialization, here we are initializing the structure variable with curly brackets. S1 has three members, roll number, name, age. Meanwhile, we are assigning the values of first member 3, which is roll number, second member ABC, which is name, and third member 18, age. Same thing we are applying for structure variable S2. In this way we can directly initialize the structure variable. Next. Now we will see how to copy content of one structure variable into another structure. Again consider student structure. Now this structure for this structure we have created structure variable s1 and s2. From these two variables, one of the variable structure variable s1 we have initialized with content 3, abc and 18. Now what we have to do, we are going to copy content of structure variable s1 into structure variable s2. Using simple assignment operator, we can copy content of one structure variable into another structure variable. For example, s2 is equal to s1. Here we are assigning content of structure variable s1 into content of structure variable s2. Accessing structure member. Now we see how to initialize structure, how to copy content of structure. Now we see how to access the members of structure. Again, consider struct student. We have created a variable s having data type struct student. Now s has three members: roll number, name and age. Let's see how to access element first member of struct student, roll number 1, second element, second member, name, third member, age. For this we use a dot operator. Now s is a structure, so let's use structure name as it is first, then use a dot operator, and after dot operator we have to mention member of that structure which we are going to access. For example, s is the structure variable name, then dot operator indicates that we are accessing member of structure s, then the name of member which you want to actually access. Here example is roll number, means here we are accessing a roll number of struct student variable s, and we have assigned value 102. Similarly, you can access structure member name. Look at the different example. Str copy bracket s is the name of structure variable, then dot operator means we are accessing members of structure, then the member of that variable s which is name. Now we are going to copy abc inside member name of struct student variable s. Similarly, we are accessing s dot age is equal to 18, means age is the member of s is the structure variable name, equal to 18 means we are assigning 18 value to member age. And again we are printing same content by using structure name dot operator and member of that structure which we have to actually pass for printing. Here we are passing a roll number with format specifier %d, name with format specifier %s, age with format specifier %d, and so on.